Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the John R. Wooden Gymnasium for Martinsville Artesian Softball here on WREP 15 Sports. We are introducing the starting lineups. Martinsville and Avon getting set to do battle here in a non-conference Monday night matchup.
Number 25, Elise Meisner. And number 20, I'm sorry, I got the number wrong there. And number 24, Lily Natter. Can't read my own handwriting. Now for the starting lineup. Number 2, Aubrey Lenz. Number 4, Eliza Ford. Number 5, Paris Downing. Number 7, Grace Francis. Number 27, CCLO, Avon. And number 29, Abigail Wyndham. And your libero is number 8, Delaney Needham. Now for those Martinsville Artesians sitting on their hands over there, let's hear a round of applause. First of all, the team. Number 4, Kelsey Kirkpatrick. Number 5, Anna Foley. Number 7, Katie Huang. Number 11, Emily Jones. Number 13, Courtney Burnham. Number 15, she changed numbers on me. It's McKenna Hall. And number 17. No, not yet. All right, now your starters. Number 5, Katie Tomlinson. Number 8, Macy Dorsett. Number 9, Grace Reynolds. Number 10, Mackenzie Martin. Number 12, Emery Carter. Number 17, Ella Whitney. And Martinsville libero, Molly Urban. Please join me. Take off your hats. Face the flag for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Starting lineups in the national anthem set here in the John R. Wooden Gymnasium for this volleyball matchup between the Martinsville Artesians and the Avon Orioles. Martinsville 12-4 for the season. The Avon Orioles 9-3. Head coach Kayla Back for Martinsville and Coach Scott McQueen for the Avon Orioles. Coach McQueen, state championships in 2012, 2013. And 2017 as well, as he's built that Avon team into a perennial power on the volleyball court. And we will get set to go here live from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and WREP 15 Sports. We appreciate you joining us. Also, IHSA TV. As we'll get set to go once they get the lineup set. Martinsville going with Grace Reynolds, Mackenzie Martin, Katie Tomlinson, Macy Dorsett, and Emery Carter, along with Molly Urban. Ella Whitney also will be in that lineup as well, but we'll rotate out on this first rotation. And it'll be the Avon Orioles to serve first. Aubrey Lenz will do it for the head coach, Scott McQueen, once the whistle blows here and they get set to go. The officials waiting the signal. And we are set. It'll be Aubrey Lenz, Eliza Ford, Paris Downing, Grace Francis, Cece Alliong for the Avon Orioles. And that first one finds the bottom of the floor for the Orioles, and they lead at 1-0 here in the early going. Alliong on the serve. Urban up to Reynolds. Back set to Mackenzie Martin. It goes long, and it's a point for the Avon Orioles, up 2-0 here in the early going. Alliong's serve nearly finds the floor, kept alive by Martin, blocked down at the net by Avon. And the Orioles out early, 3-0. Now, this is an Avon ball club. Don't let that record deceive you. Their losses to number 1 Hamilton Southeastern, to number 3 Crown Point, and also to Carmel. Reynolds at the net, battling. Mackenzie Martin's block. It goes off block, and it'll go into for the Artesians as Martinsville 3-1 now. Mackenzie Martin leading the Artesians in kills this season, averaging nearly 5 a set for head coach Caleb Ack. Grace Reynolds on the serve. Dug nicely set on the outside, left-handed swing. Off block, kept alive. Reynolds pushes it all the way to the outside. Dug by the Orioles. Reynolds back set now to Macy Dorsett, and again Avon goes center on the attack. Team's doing nice to keep it alive. Dorsett off block. The libero keeping it alive, and here come the Orioles. A big swing on the left side. Again, a nice attack, dug nicely by Molly Urban, and it'll be a point to the Avon Orioles, 4-1. A couple of substitutions in for Avon, and we aren't seeing Avon's leading attacker yet. Number 3, Abby Mash, an appropriate name for an outside hitter for volleyball. Nice back set to Macy Dorsett, dug by the Orioles, but can't get it over, and the Artesians score 4-2 now. Mackenzie Martin back to serve for the Artesians. Hensley with the jump serve. Orioles set middle off of Grace Reynolds. Macy Dorsett will just send it over, and Avon back on the attack. They go off block on the outside, the lefty for Avon with a good swing at it. Cece Alliong with the attack that last time. Avon to tip over block. Great dig that time by Grace Reynolds, and right back the set to Macy Dorsett. Blocked down at the net by the Artesians, but they violate, and it'll be point to Avon. Back to serve and into the net. Got a substitution as looks like Molly Urban will go back to serve now for the Artesians. Molly the libero. Run down by the Orioles on the outside. Big swing goes long that time. Actually a violation by the Artesians, so it'll go point Avon. 7-3. The attack by the Orioles. Jessica Geary's was long, but Avon gets the point. Grace Reynolds at the net trying to keep it alive. Ella Whitney on the slide, can't quite get it. Back set to Martin, back row, and she finds the floor. Oh, nice job by Mackenzie Martin there. 7-4 the score. Macy Dorsett back to serve for the Artesians. They await the ball to return.
Serving Martinsville, Macy Dorsett.
Macy with 26 aces tied for the team lead. That'll go long. Point Artesians, 7-5. Macy still on serve. The southpaw hits the net. Martinsville keeping it alive. Emily Jones, back set, back row to Dorsett. Orioles go middle. Point Artesians as that goes a little bit long. Get a look at the Orioles libero there. Dorsett back on serve. Martinsville's clawed their way back in. 7-6. Orioles push it over. Martinsville a nice chance here on the attack. The slide to Ella Whitney goes long. Did they get a tip? They did. So it goes off of Avon, and Martinsville 7-7 now. Again, Dorsett on the serve. Orioles middle again. Dorsett keeps it alive. All the way to the outside to Emily Jones. And I think we're going to get violation that time by the Artesians, so it'll be Avon point. A couple of substitutions now for the Orioles. Abigail Wyndham will come on to serve. Liza Ford also coming in for the Orioles. The net, Martinsville trying to keep it alive. They can't. 9-7 the score. Said have yet to see Abby Mash, the outside hitter for the Orioles. Averaging 6.5 kills a match. Whitney will hit it just wide. So Avon ups its lead 10-7. This mid-state conference school, Martinsville. Battling the Hoosier Heritage Conference in the Orioles. That goes line, a little bit wide. Be a timeout by the Artesians, 11-7 the score.
During this timeout, I want to remind you that Martinsville High School, the athletic department, and the administration will greatly appreciate parents keeping a close eye on their children during tonight's game. Your support as parents in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Also, Martinsville schools and campuses are tobacco and smoke-free. Concession stand is located in the main entrance on the west side of the gym. Please stop by for a delicious Coke product or candy item. Restrooms are also located near the
It said the Hoosier Heritage, Hoosier Crossroads Conference is the actual conference that Avon was in. I didn't think the Heritage sounded right once I said it. So wanted to double check. So back on serve are the Orioles. They lead at 11-7 for head coach Scott McQueen back at the helm. He'd taken a couple years off, but back to coach now for the Orioles. He said he's got 3 state championships to his name. 12, 13, 17. The Orioles runners-up in 18 as well. They said they've built a perennial powerhouse in volleyball. Martinsville able to get the kill and substitution. Katie Thompson will come on to serve now for the Artesians. The senior rifles one. Avon runs it down. The back row attack just be pushed over. Tomlinson with the dig. Quick set. Ella Whitney goes off the attempted dig that time by the Orioles, and it's a point Artesians, 12-9. Martinsville trying to claw their way back into this one. Serve goes just long from Tomlinson, so the Orioles will get it back and go back on serve, leading 13-9. And the libero back to serve for the Orioles. Delaney Needham into the net. 13-10. So the team's trading some points here. And then back to Ella Whitney. Ella, also a standout softball player. Verbally committed to Kentucky to play softball, so pretty good in that realm. Understatement. Gets the serve there. 13-11. Get an opportunity to play this spring. The attack by the Orioles goes wide, so another point by the Artesians as they've gotten all the way to within 1. With Ella on the serve. 13-12, serves again. Orioles on the attack from the back row, goes long, and we're tied up at 13. So Whitney back on serve has done well. Also a pitcher for the Artesian softball team. Blocked that time as Grace Reynolds tries the quick attack that time, and the Orioles right there to knock it back down with the block. 14-13 the score. Avon back on serve. And that will find the floor. So a little knuckleball serve that time by the Orioles. Gets down 15-13. Set number 1. Aubrey Lenz serving. Urban with the dig. Reynolds the set. Trying to run it down was Tomlinson. She couldn't. So the Orioles, after seeing themselves tied at 13, have scored 3 straight. That rally scoring, the momentum can change quite quickly. And the serving of Lenz has been a problem. Mackenzie Martin blocked at the net. Reynolds tries to push it to the back row, and then the Orioles tried to return the favor with a setter attack on that second hit that time. Couldn't do it, and so Martinsville scores, and now Reynolds back to serve for the Artesians. 16-14 to score. The return, not a very good one, and the Artesians now within 1. And again, it'll be the junior Grace Reynolds back to serve. Good group of juniors for the Artesians. With Reynolds, Martin, and Whitney. Off block that time. Reynolds diving in, can't get the pancake dig, and the Orioles will put a halt to that little mini run by the Artesians. Jessica Geary's Emily Homer into the lineup. And it will be Homer will go back to serve for the Orioles, the defensive specialist. Molly Urban with the dig. Mackenzie Martin on the attack. The Orioles on the outside trying to just, they free ball it over. They cannot. And Martinsville within one.
Substitution, number 11, Martinsville for 6. Serving, Mackenzie Martin.
So Mackenzie Martin on the serve. Powers it long. Head coach Scott McQueen keeping his leading attacker on the bench thus far. Jessica Van Handel will come on now to serve for the Orioles. And that goes wide, so the two teams trading points here. Go 18-17. Like we said, Martinsville 12-4 coming in for the season. The Orioles 9-3, but their losses to some pretty good ball clubs. Nice serve that time by Molly Urban. The Orioles will have to hustle to get it over. They do. Reynolds on the slide to Whitney, who tries to just go over top of the block. And now Avon on the attack, and they go off of Mackenzie Martin. So Alliong with the point. Alliong on the serve, a little float, jump serve. And the attack, nicely done that time. Great set by Grace Reynolds, and even better attack by Ella Whitney. In 1918, and Macy Dorsett back to serve for the Artesians. Macy, like we told you, leading the team in aces, or tied for the team lead in aces. Would be good to get a couple here. The attack, the roll shot goes long, and Martinsville has knotted this one up at 19. Head coach Scott McQueen just calmly looking over his team. That's the setter attack that time by the Orioles. Aubrey Lenz. 20-19. Abigail Wyndham back to serve now for the Orioles. They lead it by 1 here in this close first set. The net serve, the attack at the net. Big wind up and swing by the Orioles, blocked by Martinsville. They'll go with their outside hitter from the back row, Mackenzie Martin, and she hits it just wide. So Avon will get the point. They lead by 2 here, set number 1 in this non-conference Monday night matchup from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Martinsville and Avon. Urban. Back set, and Ella Whitney goes off block, but it finds the floor. Martinsville running that slide attack with her. On that back set as Katie Tomlinson will come in. Served by Tomlinson. Nice wind up and attack by the Orioles, blocked by the Artesians, and Avon will roll shot it over. Back on the attack, Grace Reynolds outside. Mackenzie Martin finds the floor. And we're tied up at 21, so Martinsville refusing to go away in this one. $21 apiece here in set number 1. Live from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Glad you could join us on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Nice attack from the middle that time by the Orioles, and Paris Downing gets it down there and puts a halt to the Artesians' run. 22-21 now. Avon leads, and back to the libero, Delaney Needham. Reynolds, Whitney, hammers it home. Ella has stepped up big in this particular set, 22 apiece now. Ella back to serve now to go wide. So 23-22. Avon. Close opening set from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Orioles will try to serve it out. They are a point away from getting it to set point. Jump serve here. Floated. Reynolds right back to McKenzie Martin, and he hammers it into the net. So now Avon, like we said, the 1 point away from the set point. This is set point now for the Orioles. Aubrey Lenz on the serve. Martins will have to scramble here. Reynolds, the roll shot. Orioles can't quite dig it. And Martinsville holds off the Orioles on their first set point. Still set point for the Avon Orioles. Set a little bit wide, and it'll be a violation on the Artesians. So now Martinsville at 24. 24, the score. Grace Reynolds now a chance. It's a race to 2. And Grace goes into the net. So another set point for the Orioles. Not a very clean hit by the Artesians, but McKenzie Martin gets a good swing at it. Dug by the Orioles. Reynolds, back set to Macy Dorsett, blocked down. Dorsett keeps it alive, and then blocked back down by the Orioles, and they will win it here 26-24 in the first set. Over the Artesians, they lead it 1-0 now. So we will take a quick break. Come back with set number 2 from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium in just a moment.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Days have always been with live bait.
We're back here to the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Martinsville trailing 1-0. Avon ekes out a 26-24 win in the opening set over the Artesians. Close first set, but head coach Scott McQueen electing not to go with his leading attacker, Abby Mash, still on the bench behind the head coach. So not sure if he's just resting her. Not privy to that information. But Mash, the senior, leading the team with over 6.5 kills a set average-wise for the stats that we had, that we were able to get off of Max Praps, with 51% kill percentage, which is pretty good. It means over 50% of the time that she goes for an attack, it gets down for a point. And against the competition they play against, that's pretty fantastic. It's an Avon team that came in, like we said, 9-3 for the season. Their losses to number 1 ranked Hamilton Southeastern, number 3 Crown Point, and then also Carmel. So you look on some common opponents, they beat Center Grove 3-0. Martinsville beat Center Grove, or lost to Center Grove 3-1.
Now serving for Martinsville, Grace Reynolds.
So Grace Reynolds will start it off for the Artesians. A big swing on the outside by Avon, and the Artesians take point number 1. The attack. Urban on the outside to Mackenzie Martin. It goes off block and it goes out, so 2-0. Martinsville leads it. The Artesians, since we last had a match, which was a 3-0 sweep of Decatur Central last week. They lost to Roncalli, lost to Trinity Lutheran before beating Terre Haute South and Park Tudor. Those last 3 games all down at the Bedford Invitational this past weekend. The Orioles on the serve there, 2-1 to score. Glad you can join us on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. On the outside, that attack down the line, that time by Alliong, CC Alliong, the junior coming in, the second leading attacker for head coach Scott McQueen. Averaging over 2.5 kills a set. And then the Artesians leading attacker. She has been all season long. Mackenzie Martin back to serve. That'll go wide. 3-3. Couple substitutions for the Orioles. Emily Homer back to serve for Avon. Martin up to Reynolds. A back set to Macy Dorsett. Couldn't get it over. Actually, a point to the Artesians, so 4-3 Martinsville leads it. Orioles set on the outside and then had to go to the bump set. Quick set middle that time by Reynolds to Ella Whitney, and it was hit long.
Substitution for Avon, number 14 for Vanessa Van Hegel serving.
Paris Downing in. Vanessa Van Handel back to serve for the Orioles. On a slide to Whitney, goes off block, and then the Orioles cannot keep control of it. So Martinsville leads it. 5-4 trailing 1-0. Now Macy Dorsett to serve. Like that was going to float long, a late decision by the Orioles to try to make a play on it, and it goes out of bounds, so Martinsville leads it now 6-4. Again, some miscommunication by Avon, and nice quick attack by the Orioles.
Now serving for Avon, CC Avon.
A little dump over by the setter by Avon, and then that goes long.
Substitution number 7 in for 11. Now serving number 7, Katie Wong.
Katie Wong back to serve for the Artesians. On the outside. Into the net. 8-5. Paris Downing got up to try to hammer that home, but came up short. Served by Wong. Will go back set to the left-hander, Aliong, and it will go a little long. Martinsville trying to get back on the attack with Mackenzie Martin, and while the violation into the net is Avon, and Martinsville now 9-5 leaders here in game number 2, set number 2, we should say. They trail 1-0 after Avon squeaked out a 26-24 victory in the first set. And a quick attack by the Orioles. Martinsville scrambling. Blocked down nicely by Avon, and both teams scrambling on the attack. They go middle that time, hammered by Downey, but Martinsville on a great dig, and then the attack with just the tip around block by Mackenzie Martin. Heads up play by the junior, and it's a 10-5 lead for the Artesians. Katie Wong back on serve for Martinsville. Has done a great job since coming in on this rotation. That floats in, and they say it goes long. Tough job by the linemen for the Artesians. They have some reserve players there to make some calls. It's not the easiest thing in the world to go. Abigail Wyndham will come on now to serve for the Orioles. Reynolds all the way outside, and Mackenzie Martin powers another one down. Into the lineup for the Artesians. McKenna Hall. Ella Whitney back to serve now. Downing hammers it long. So Martinsville has really pulled away here in this second set, 12-6. Net serve, but it goes over. It's a good one. Back row attack by Aliong, and then Downing there to try to knock it down. Off block, Martinsville keeps it alive. Grace Reynolds tries to push it all the way to the back row, and then the Orioles try to counter the attack, but the timing off a little bit. Macy Dorsett's attack from the back row is long, and Avon will put a halt to the run by Martinsville.
Substitution 7 into 14. Number 8, Delaney Needham, serve.
Needham back to serve. Martin on the attack. It'll find the floor. So McKenzie hammers it in. It's a point right back. And it'll be Grace Reynolds now for the Artesians. Martinsville 13-7 leaders. Timing off for the Orioles. Martin off block, trying to keep it alive, and 4 hits, or double hit actually, so it'll be Martinsville doubling up the Orioles here. Back row attack. Aliong has it dug. Molly Urban under the net. So point goes to Avon. Talked on a couple of occasions. Still Avon's leading attacker on the bench. Abby Mash. Have not seen the senior outside hitter yet. We'll see if Coach McQueen elects to go with her at any point or not. Aliong, the second leading attacker on the team. You see there the big left-handed swing. And a couple straight by the Orioles. Like we said, this is a very good Avon team coming in. 9-3. Losses to number 1 ranked Hamilton Southeastern, number 3 Crown Point, also to Carmel. And they're starting to make a little run here. Aubrey Lenz back on serve for Avon. 14-10. They're up 1-0. Artesians trying to keep it alive. And another point for Avon. Martinsville did lead this 14-7 in the second set, but the Orioles have got it back 14-11. That serve travels long by Lenz. Substitution. Emily Jones in for Abby Lenz, and here comes Kenzie Martin on the attack. Orioles on the outside. Off the Artesians. Quick point for Avon, and I'll get the score updated correctly here. Homer back to serve now for Avon. 15-12, they trail it. Martin trouble on that serve receive, so the Artesians will just have to volley it over. Give the Orioles a great chance here. Back set to the lefty. And Aliong with another kill. And the chance of CC from the crowd for CC Aliong. Reynolds back set to Martin on the back row. Orioles keep it alive, and Aliong will go into the net. So Martinsville will send Molly Urban now back to serve. 16-13 leaders here in set number 2. They trail 1-0. Net serve goes over. Hammered home. Great timing that time by Aliong. So, Orioles, another kill by the junior. Really looking for her now. (16-15). Well, Martinsville led this one 14-7. This second set. And the Orioles have got it all the way back now to 16-15, and we're tied at 16 now. So the Orioles making a little bit of a run. And a timeout by the Artesians. 16 apiece. The Artesians 12-4, coming in with wins over Indian Creek, Rossville, Zionsville, Pioneer, Ileana Christian, Plainfield, in a game you saw here live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, Monrovia, Greenwood, Columbus North, Decatur Central, another match you saw here live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, and then over Terre Haute South and Park Tudor. Their losses to Center Grove, Shelbyville, Roncalli, and Trinity Lutheran. A couple of those losses last week. Martinsville back at it pretty heavy last week with 5 matches. Decatur Central and Roncalli during the week, and then on the weekend at Bedford, the 3 matches in the tournament in the Bedford Invite. The loss to Trinity Lutheran, and then wins over Terre Haute South, a team they will play later in the season, and also Park Tudor as well. The Artesians have a home match against Terre Haute South on October 8th. During that week, they'll also play Mooresville at home in a home match as well. Tied up at 16. Martinsville trying to halt the momentum, and they do. The timeout, and then the serve travels long. Macy Dorsett will come on to serve now for the Artesians. Try to rally Martinsville back. And a nice block by Ella Whitney and Grace Reynolds as they team up. Trying to get the switch here, sorry. So 3 straight now by the Artesians. And I think Coach Scott McQueen's going to get a timeout. We've said on a couple of occasions the head coach Scott McQueen electing to leave his leading attacker Abby Mash, the 5'11" outside hitter, on the bench. By far in the stats that we have leading that team in kills. Kenzie Martin with 232 kills coming in her 47 sets that they have played thus far. So I'm not sure that we have all the sets that Avon has played, but regardless of that on the stats, Mash still on the bench. Clearly, stat-wise, of the sets they do have, the leading attacker, but has not gotten up yet. Alliong goes off the block, and Martinsville now 2016 leaders here in set number 2. Alliong, the lefty, dug by Urban. Set to the back roll by Martin, and it goes into the net. So 20-17. Orioles up 1-0. Alliong on the serve. Dug nicely by Dorsett. Quick set middle to Ella Whitney. A very athletic move, though, there by Whitney. She just was heads up, recognized where the defense was. It wasn't the greatest set in the world, but she was able to basically tip it around the block and get the point. That's all that matters. Have the volleyball find the floor, and Martinsville finds themselves 4 points away from a set number 2 victory. That serve, though, into the net. A couple substitutions for both teams. And the Orioles will go back to serve. Abigail Wyndham will serve now for the Orioles. Tomlinson on the dig. Reynolds, the bump set. Martin, roll shot off the block, and Martinsville again not letting Avon roll any points in a row. And now Ella Whitney back to serve. Ella ran off some points for the Artesians in the opening set. Quick attack that time by the Orioles. 22-19. So the dump again by the setter. That serve finds the floor. Oh, did we get an overrule? We did. So 23-19. Quick attack again by the Orioles. Kenzie Martin, roll shot on the outside. Jump ball at the net. We're going to get a violation on Avon, I believe. So point by the Artesians, and now they are a point away from taking game or set number 2 here. Orioles in the middle, wound up and hammered home. So now no room for error here for Avon. Aubrey Lenz to serve. Martinsville with set point. Martin off block, it finds the floor. And the Artesians win set number 2 here, 25-20. So we're tied up at 1 set apiece. We will take a break here from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Come back with set number 3 in just a moment.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family, homework,
Jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
Stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
you can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
We're back here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium, 1-1 after 2 sets. Avon 26-24 winners in set number 1. Martinsville set number 2, 25-20. Set to go here. Kenneth Kleingartner for the Artesians, an assistant coach out there, talking things over with the team. Trying to get the rotations correct. Emery Carter will come in. Molly Urban then rotates in for Ella Whitney. Orioles will rotate in and out. 1-1 the score here in set number 3. And the Orioles will be on the attack to start. Aubrey Lenz. Still waiting. The start here of the third set. We're ready to go finally? Yes, we are. Orioles tip around block that time and get the opening point. 1 set apiece. 1-0 lead for Avon in the third set. Urban to Reynolds. Martin goes on the attack around the block, and then that attack by the Orioles draws a nice response from their crowd. Early going here in set number 3 from the John R. Wooden Gym. High school volleyball on WREP. 15 Sports in the MHS Rewind YouTube channel live streaming for you. Students in the RTV program at Martinsville High School responsible for producing this game. Got Peyton Smith and Silas McFarland on cameras here today. Martinsville fell in the opening set, 26-24, and then won that second set, 25-20. Reynolds back set that time to Macy Dorsett. Avon. Allion trying to block around tip. Martinsville, Mackenzie Martin to Reynolds. Again to Dorsett. Goes off the antenna, so it'll be a point for the Orioles. They're up 4-1 here in this particular match. Or this set, we should say. Reynolds with the setter attack for the point. A little confusion here as it point continued, and I think Avon thought maybe they were able to get the hand down for the pancake dig, and was not the case. Mackenzie Martin on the attack. You're going to get a violation on the Artesians. A couple of substitutions now for Avon. Alexis Mash in to serve, a 5'9" freshman. Molly Urban back to serve for the Artesians. That'll find the bottom of the net, the bottom of the floor. Using some basketball terminology here in the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Wrong sport, though. So now Molly back to serve for the Artesians. 5-4 trailers here in the third set. The attack by Alliong. Dorsett on the outside off block, and the Orioles can't save it. Tied up at 5. Done 2 matches thus far, both 3-0 sweeps by the Artesians over Plainfield and then over Decatur Central last week. Won't be a 3-0 sweep here, but would like to try to get a 3-1 win. Allion tipping around block. Ella Whitney keeps it alive. All the way to the outside. Dorsett blocked. Reynolds to Mackenzie Martin. Dug by the Orioles. They keep it alive, but barely. But nice timing there by Avon's Jessica Gearys to get it in. Look there, Artesian setter Grace Reynolds. So CC Alliong on the serve. Dorsett can't control it. And Avon, 7-5 leaders. Get Alliong on the serve. Urban, Reynolds, set middle, and Ella Whitney hammers it home.
Serving for Martinsville, Macy Dorsett.
So Macy Dorsett back to serve. Big swing that time again on the outside by Jessica Gearys, and Gearys able to get it down.
Number 29 for 1. Now serving Abigail Whitman.
So 8-6 leaders for Avon. Gary's into the net.
Substitution for Martinsville, number 7 for 11. Now serving, number 7, Katie Wong.
Katie Wong on to serve for the Artesians. Tied up one set apiece. Martinsville 8-7 leaders here in this third set. Downing will get credit.
Substitution for Martinsville, 6 for 7. And 7 for 10. Serving number 8, Delaney Needham.
Delaney Needham will now serve for head coach Scott McQueen, who said on a couple of occasions he is a leading attacker on the bench. Not sure if there's an injury or just not playing here tonight. Didn't get a chance to ask him prior to the match. Block in the middle by the Artesians. Reynolds with, again, the setter attack, the dump, if you will, goes down on the floor. Martinsville gets back within one. Heads up play by Reynolds. Now Ella Whitney back to serve. That goes wide.
Serving for Avon, Aubrey Lenz.
Aubrey Lenz for the Orioles, leading 10-8. Martin. So try to attack from the back row. Orioles, again, will try to attack as well. I believe a point for the Artesians. Nope, point for Avon. Is that correct? Yep. (11-8) here in set number 3.
Martinsville serve, Grace Reynolds.
Alliong has it dug. Dorset. Then Alliong hammers it down.
Substitutions for Avon, number 6 to 14.
Really good on that right side, Alliong.
Emily Holder serving for Avon.
And Homer back to serve. Martin, the roll shot. Homer with the dig. Set. The right side again. Alliong hammered it, but the Artesians kept it alive. Nice roll shot on the outside by Gehrings, and then Mackenzie Martin on the attack. Have to go back outside. Big wind up that time by Gehrings again. Martinsville keeps it. Martin tries to get it down. Dug by the Orioles. Roll shot by Alliong. Great dig by the Artesians. And a nice series here. At the tip around block that down by Alliong. Tombleson can't get down on the floor in time to get it. And it's a point for Avon. Huge rally, and we're going to get a timeout. (13-9) the score here in set number 3. 1-1 the score in sets. So the Orioles, after the timeout, that time the run was not stopped by the timeout by assistant coach Kenneth Kleingartner for the Artesians. And the Orioles leading 14-9 here in the third set. Outside, Macy Dorsett winds up. Alliong goes middle. Do the Orioles on the attack. Now Dorsett blocked at the net by Gearys. Kenzie Martin winds up and hammers it in. Orioles couldn't dig it. Martinsville dropped the first set here in a close one, 26-24. Came back in the second set, 25-20. Trail here in the third set, 14-10 to the 9-3 Avon Orioles. Orioles' lone losses on the season to number 1 ranked Hamilton Southeastern, number 3 ranked Crown Point, and to Carmel. Artesians into the net. But we have not seen the Orioles' leading attacker yet. Not sure if we will or not. Abby Mash averaging nearly 7 kills a set, sitting behind the Oriole bench here. And head coach Scott McQueen, the 3-time state champion. Nice block there by the Orioles. Martinsville likewise has had some volleyball success here. 2-time state champions in '96 and again in 2005. And if memory serves correct, Scott McQueen was here as an assistant coach, or at least a volunteer assistant at some point for, I believe, Carol Burns. (17-10) the score now. And of course, Avon has been a perennial power for a couple of years. He's done a fantastic job building that program. Another block there by the Orioles. So they're starting to gain a little bit of momentum here in this one. 18-10, and we'll get another timeout by Kenneth Kleingartner. (18-10) the score here in the third set. 1-1 sets in this one. A couple more live stream events this week. On Tuesday night, tomorrow, it'll be boys soccer, a non-conference matchup as the Cougars from Bloomington North pay a visit to the Martinsville pitch, as Bloomington North will come in and battle senior Jackson Fry and the Martinsville Artesians. 6 o'clock live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Point there by the Artesians. So Molly Urban back to serve now for Martinsville. They trail at 18-11 here in this set. They're going to back set to Alliong, and it's blocked down by Ella Whitney. Ella and Grace Reynolds, I think, teaming up on that one. 18-12. Quick dump again by the setter, Aubrey Lenz, and that finds the floor. So the quick setter attack. Back in 1996, Christy Burns playing as a senior for her mom. Made a living doing that particular move. (20-12) now. The Orioles leading here in the third set. Allion, the middle to Grace Reynolds on the attack by Ella Whitney. And they'll go back to Allion from the back row, and that'll go into the net. So 20-13. We talked about the Orioles' success here as of late, but Martinsville's had some great volleyball success, like we said. And they won the state championship in '96, but had been runner-up in '94 and '95 prior to that. Geary's winds up on the outside, and Martinsville able to get it. That'll get down, so the Artesians trying to mount a little bit of a rally here as we head toward the end of the third set. Orioles exactly 5 points away from closing out the set. Macy Dorsett, who's served well here today, will try to get Martinsville back into it. Big wind up and hit by Downing, and that will get down, despite the dig attempt by Mackenzie Martin. So Abigail Wyndham back to serve now. In the middle to Ella Whitney. She hits around the block, and so the Orioles will just have to hammer it over. And wasn't really a free ball over. Again, they go middle, and this time Ella Whitney right there to hammer it home. Ella's played well here in this match. Another kill for the Artesian junior. Good junior class, like we've mentioned on a couple of occasions, with Mackenzie Martin, Ella Whitney, and also Grace Reynolds. Katie Wong on to serve now for the Artesians, one of those seniors. In the middle to Downing. She'll try to push it to the back row. Martin on the attack. Dug by the libero. And a setter attack that time by the Orioles. Blocked at the net by Martinsville. So the Artesians making a little bit of a rally here in the third set. Here we go. 21-17. Wong on serve for the Artesians, one of four seniors. That'll sail long. So now Avon, 3 points away. And the libero, Delaney Needham. Urban keeps it alive. Reynolds quickly. And again, it's Ella Whitney on the back set. And Ella now will go back to serve. The UK commit in softball. On the serve. Blocked down by the Artesians, but I'm going to say a violation on Martinsville, so a point goes to Avon. So the Orioles now a couple of points away from winning this third set. Reynolds, setter attack. Orioles nearly collide. It helps when you have Alliong there on the right side. Blocked down by the Orioles. And now Avon a point away from taking the third set and a 2-1 set lead here. 6 set points for the Orioles. Now 5. So you have to be perfect here if you're the Artesians, and Grace is going to have to serve out at least 5 straight points here for Martinsville to hold on. Alliong, long. Moving her on that left side. She hits it wide. Again, Grace back to serve. Again, the Orioles trouble with the serve receive. Martinsville, great chance here. Reynolds all the way to the outside, and Mackenzie Martin gets a great look at it. Hammers it in, 24-21, and we'll get a timeout by Avon. So Martinsville making a little bit of a run at it. But like we said, Reynolds will have to serve at least 3 more points in a row here for Martinsville to hold off the Orioles in this third set. Been close throughout. The Orioles coming in 9-3. Their losses to number 1 ranked Hamilton Southeastern, number 3 Crown Point, and Carmel. Another serve receive error by the Orioles. 24-22. So I guess if you want anybody back there, it's Grace Reynolds. Reynolds has done a great job serving in the matches we've seen thus far, and here in this one. But again, no room for error for the Artesians here. They'll go Alliong on the outside, and she hammers it down to get the win here in the third set. So we will go to a fourth set. Avon will look to close it out. They lead the Artesians 2-1.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
Back here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium, 2-1, Avon leads it. They won set number 1, 26-24 in a close one. Martinsville set number 2, 25-20, and then the Orioles 25-22 in set number 3. They looked like they were going to run away with it, up 20-10. Martinsville made a rally and were on serve. It was 24-22, Martinsville serving, but the Orioles, as they have done throughout much of the match when they needed a point, have gone to C.C. Alliong and the junior, hammered it home. And the Orioles got the win. Avon still not playing Abby Mash, their leading attacker on the season by far. But with the stats that we had through 26 sets played, so it's not every match in there because they've had some matches that have not gone, had the 12 matches. They obviously have had more than 26 sets played, so not all their stats in there, but we're missing probably about 10 sets, so you could have upped her total there with her average as well. So not everybody up to date always on the set sets played on Max Preps, but Coach Kayla Back does a pretty good job of keeping that updated. You can see their assistant coaches down on the bench, keeps the stats, and they go right into Max Preps, and it makes it much easier for the broadcasters to get what we need. Grace Reynolds, who made a nice run at it, trying to get Martinsville back in it in the last set. Starts the Artesians off, and Martinsville made a couple of great digs and get a good point there to start things off here in this fourth set. Up 1-0. Martinsville would need to win this set to force a fifth and deciding set, which would be a race to 15. Reynolds keeps it alive. Bump set outside. Molly Urban, and it will go off the Orioles. 2-0. Martinsville leads. Grace Reynolds did a great job serving Martinsville close to round out that third set, even though they fell 25-22. She's back on serve to start off here in set number 4 and has got Martinsville a 2-0 lead. Orioles, though, put a halt to that. Aubrey Lentz back to serve now for the Orioles. Reynolds all over the floor. The bump set that time, miss hit by Mackenzie Martin. Martin, the attack from the back row. On the outside, wind up by the Orioles that time, and it goes long. Martin has it, Doug. Jump ball at the net. And Anna Foley does a nice job to put it where they aren't. Gets the attack. 3-2 the score. Emily Jones will check in. Katie Tompleson will check out. Alliong winds up, dug by Urban. Martin from the back row. Orioles try to running it down. They will have to volley it over. Emily Jones on the attack on the outside. Anna Foley again will go in. I think. We're going to wait and see. Nope, they're going to say it was a point to the Orioles. 3-3 the score. That finds the floor that time for Avon. Emily Homer back to serve now. They lead for the first time here in this fourth set, looking to close it out. Reynolds all over again the floor, and Emily Jones goes off the block. It goes out, but it will be point Artesians. And Molly Urban to score, to serve, we should say, hopefully to score for the Artesians. The libero, back set. Alliong down the line, dug by Martin. Now Martinsville will volley it over. Orioles again, another quick attack. Urban sends it over with a roll shot. And the lift that time by the Orioles. It's a nice scramble by Martinsville. They lead at 5-4 here in the fourth set.
Substitution for Avon, number 10 for 7. Number 10, Alexis Mash serving.
Alexis Mash into serve now for the Orioles. Whitney on the slide. Point Artesians.
Martinsville
6-5 leaders. Macy Dorsett back to serve for Martinsville. Alliong long. So the Artesians to an early lead here in the fourth set. Dorsett again. Some problems on the serve received by the Orioles. They'll just have to free ball it over. The attack that time by Reynolds. Alliong going around block. Martinsville keeps it alive. Reynolds sets back row. Mackenzie Martin hits the net, but it rolls over the top of the tape. And it's 8-5 now. Martinsville trying to force a fifth and deciding set here in this one. 9-5 the score. Nice dig by Dorsett. Jones hits it over. Geary's winds up. Reynolds, back row set. Martin with the roll shot over top of the block. And Martinsville 10-5 leaders, and we're going to get a timeout here in this fourth set. Well, the Orioles up 2-1, but they trail here in the fourth set, 10-5. Avon with a 26-24 win, set number one. Martinsville back in the second set, 25-20. Fell in the third set, 25-22. They did battle back, did the Artesians, down 20-10, and then they rode the hot serving of Grace Reynolds to get it to 24-22 on serve before the Orioles were able to get a kill from CC Alliong to get the win, and then Martinsville has jumped back out here in the fourth set, 10-5. Again, great serving by the Artesians. Grace Reynolds started it off. And now Macy Dorsett on the serve. For the Artesians, Macy will go back to serve. Orioles on the outside to Alliong. Dug nicely by Molly Urban. Again, a back row set on the attack, that time to Mackenzie Martin. This time it goes into the net. And the timeout for head coach Scott McQueen works. See him down there in the bottom right of your screen as we zoom in to Alliong. Serves that one long. The junior right side. Katie Wong will check in now for Emily Jones. Trying to force a fifth and deciding set here in this one. Downing on the middle, blocked down nicely by the Artesians. And Wong back to serve. 12-6 now, Martinsville. That floats long. Couple subs up for both teams. And the Orioles go back to serve. Abigail Wyndham for Avon. Martin gets it back. Believe she was into the net. She was. Actually all the way on the other side of the court. So 12-8. So Wyndham served a couple of points in a row now. That rally scoring allows you to change momentum pretty quick. You get a stop and you get a side out, essentially. You get a point, and if you get a couple of serves in a row, you've made a 3-0 run all of a sudden. But Martinsville quickly puts an end to it with the attack that time by Ella Whitney. And Ella has played well in this match throughout. And Ella back to serve now for the Artesians. UK commit in softball. Serve will be short-lived. Delaney Needham back to serve now for Avon. Avon trying to close it out. The miss hit that time by Mackenzie Martin. Orioles having to go into the hallway outside the athletic office here in the John R. Wooden Gym to retrieve that one, but they've gotten it back, and now all of a sudden, point will go to Avon. The official overrides the line judge there. Talked about it on our first broadcast that put those line judges, those JV players, in a tough position, but the officials do a good job of paying attention and getting a good look from where their vantage point is. Martinsville did not hit that on that attack, so it goes off the net, and it will be point to Avon. So Martinsville led early in this fourth set, but the Orioles have clawed their way back into it, and now we're tied up at 13. Reynolds all over the floor, going middle that time to Mackenzie Martin. Now they get a chance. Back row attack by Alliong will go off of Katie Tombleson, and all of a sudden Avon has the lead for the first time here in the fourth set, and we will get a timeout by the Artesians. So Martinsville trying to hold off the Avon Orioles here in this one. Avon leading 2-1. You see the score up there in the top left-hand corner. The Orioles 26-24 winners in set number 1. Martinsville came back in set number 2, 25-20. Close one there in set number 3. The Orioles win it 25-22. They lead it here in the fourth set, 14-13. Martinsville led early in that fourth set, as much as 10-5, but Orioles have flown their way back into this one. And now on serve, leading by 1. Just needing the one set to close it out. The Artesians, on the other hand, looking to force a deciding fifth set that would just be played to 15. So exciting way to go about it if it does go to that fifth set. But Orioles are going to try to keep the momentum going. Martinsville trying to kill the momentum. Pun intended there. Off block that time by the Orioles. And it finds the floor for Avon. And they keep the point. Grace Francis that time. Needham back on the serve. Roll shot by Martin. Back row attack by Alliong, dug by Urban. Both teams scrambling here to keep it alive. And again, nice court recognition there, court awareness by the Orioles. Their middle blocker that time, Grace Francis, sees there's a opening in the Artesian defense in the back corner. Grace Reynolds with the quick setter attack. The Orioles try to return favor, and then again, it's been the play of the middle blocker this time. Grace Francis stepping up. And now the Orioles have made a big run at it, 17-13. So they've outscored the Artesians 12-3 here. Nice block, both teams scrambling. Back row attack, Alliong. Oh, what a hit that time by Mackenzie Martin. That was tough. Had to readjust in the air and then hits it basically along the net and in. Had to make sure she got it past the antenna. Credit the hustle by the Artesians. Grace Reynolds as well puts her in position to make a play, and Mackenzie hammers it in. So it put a halt to the run by the Orioles, and that seems to maybe energize Martinsville. Mackenzie Martin, who elevates and hammers it home. So back and forth we go. 17-15. And again, it's Grace Reynolds on serve for the Artesians. The serve received not very good by Avon. Set to the middle, Macy Dorsett. Orioles back row attack by Alliong, dug by Urban. Martinsville will just have to volley it over, and the Orioles don't do a very good job of getting it down. The roll shot into the net by Alliong, and it's be 17-16 the score. Head coach Scott McQueen looking on calmly, encouraging his troops, but no sign of a timeout yet. Grace Reynolds, though, into the net. 18-16 the score. Back to serve now, Aubrey Lenz for the Orioles. Reynolds has to scramble to get it. Anna Foley will hit it wide. 18-16 now. Net serve, but it finds the floor here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium, and so the game runs. And quickly it changes. Like Martinsville had all the momentum, but the Orioles right back into it. Reynolds, middle to Anna Foley, blocked down. Grace again, this time she'll go outside to Macy Dorsett. It's blocked again. Molly Urban on the outside to Mackenzie Martin. The Orioles dig it. They'll set on the outside. A good wind-up and attack by Avon. They can't get it down, and both teams scrambling here. Neither one can really get great attacks on it. A great diving attempt by Molly Urban, but she can't save it, and the Orioles increase the lead to 4. As they're trying to close this one out in 4 sets. Actually 5, 21-16. I must have missed a point there. Reynolds on the slide to Martin, tries to tip around the block. Avon's Alliong. It's an awkward-looking attack, but has a lot of power on it, and the attack into the net by the Artesians. And all of a sudden, we're going to get a timeout, 22-16. Avon up by 6, so they're going to have some chances here on serve to try to close this one out. The Artesians get back in action after this match this week. Tomorrow night on the road at Franklin. And then back here gets Bloomington North on Thursday night. We'll have the girls' soccer live stream that night instead. They will be battling Edgewood. So not a lot of conflicts with our live stream, but a couple of them, and that is one. Artesians will be hosting the Artesian Classic in a couple of weeks. So the timeout by Martinsville. Assistant coach Kenneth Kleingartner here leading the way today for the Artesians and trying to stop the momentum from Avon. Let's see if it works. Reynolds to Dorsett. Good swing by Macy. Alliong. Dorsett again block, but it goes wide, so point Artesians. So now Martinsville is going to have to reel off some points here, and they'll try to do it with Mackenzie Martin back on serve. Not any room for error here for the Artesians. Martin with a deep serve. The middle for the Orioles, and that attack from Dorsett is long. So now the Orioles a couple of points away from closing out this match. Emily Homer will come on to serve now for head coach Scott McQueen. This match has rolled on for nearly 2 hours. Dorsett off block. Urban gets it over, a collision by the Orioles, and now they go back to the middle blocker. And really, she's been kind of the difference here in this fourth set. Grace Francis. And now Avon with the set and match point. Homer on serve for the Orioles. They had 7 of them, setter match points, and now 6. But like we've said before in the third set, no room for error here. Martinsville's going to have to roll off 6 straight serves. And the Orioles, CC Alliong closes it out here, 25-18, the final. Well, the Orioles win it here tonight over Martinsville in 4 sets, 3 sets to 1, 26-24, 20-25, 25-22, and 25-18 the final. The Orioles, head coach Scott McQueen, fly in here to the John R. Wooden Gym. They drop a set, but they get the win over the Artesians. Some good performances tonight out of Martinsville on offense and defense. Grace Reynolds, Mackenzie Martin, Molly Urban doing a great job. Also, Ella Whitney, but not enough as Avon gets the win here tonight. 3 sets to 1. This has been a student production of WRAP 15 sports students in the broadcasting program here at Martinsville High School. The RTV program responsible for producing it here this evening. Silas McFarland and Peyton Smith doing a great job on cameras. For those students, I'm Eric Meyer. So long, everyone, from the John R. Wooden Gym. Avon gets the victory here, 3 sets to 1.